My name is C, and today I have an unboxing for you. These are all the kits that I bought from DiamondArtClub on Black Friday. They finally arrived, so we're gonna crack them open. I am going to do a full unboxing of Fushimi Inari, and then the rest will just be a look at the canvas, the colors, and where the specials go. This will be a while. I'd recommend gathering a drink and just kind of chilling for the, I'm gonna guess it's gonna be an hour and a half, 2 hour video. Alright, let's jump right on in. Alright, first up is Fushimi Inari by Hiya. This one is a 55.6 by 83.7. We have the rendered artwork on the top half of the box, but also this front image. We know it's a round because of the pink browning and the giant circle on the front. We have a look at the drill field. So this one is a full coverage diamond painting, which just means the entire canvas has places for you to put down drills instead of a partial where it would just be the main image. We have a full list of all the colors included, plus our specials. On the back, we have how it works, kit contents, and all of our warnings. And then at the very bottom, it's a little tricky to see, we also have the name of the kit and the size, plus that image in case you store your boxes stacked up. Alright, let's open this up. In here we have our toolkit. Inside our toolkit we have a bag of baggies. You can use these to kit up into or store your extras or however you wish. We have a thing of putty, and we have our Diamondart Club's new pick and place. Is that what it's called? Pick and place? Twist and pick applicator. So it just means that this is a refillable tube of putty, so you can twist this and putty will come out the end. That way when you want to replace it, you can do a little twist and then just with your nail or pair of tweezers scrape off what is no longer sticky, and then you're good to go again. Maybe that was a better explanation than ones I've done previously. You can also twist this off and with your little thing of putty, refill it if needed. There's also a place at the end for your multi-placers. We have our Diamondart Club tray. Inside we have a single placer, a 7 placer, and a plate of wax, and our stopper. These trays, these trays are stackable if that is something you enjoy. Alright, we also have our thank you pamphlets. I still think this little butterfly opening is adorable. We have all of Diamondart Club's socials, our sticker sheet, some tips and tricks, step-by-step instructions. If Diamondart Club has an app, if you have not placed a purchase before, you can get 20% off your first purchase through the app there. Kit contents, and then a Facebook group. Really great place if you want to see kits being worked on or completed. That is there. Alright, here is our sticker sheet. So right on the front, we have Diamondart Club, plus the name of the kit and the artist. On the back, we have our start and end date, a good look at that artwork, plus all the details of the kit. So we have 50 colors, it's round, 55.6 by 83.7, and these skew. Inside here, we have all of our colors. So this first row just tells you what color number it is, how many. The second is our symbols, and the third is DMC colors. Most diamond painting companies do use the DMC color for numbering system. Sorry. Diamondart Club has started to include the 6000s, which is their own system. They make all of their diamonds in-house, so they have control over what colors are made. So the 6000 is just them filling in gaps in the DMC system. when we are looking at the sticker sheet, at the very, very bottom, you will see all of your specials listed. So anything with AB in front of it is Aurora Borealis. We will take a look at those when we get into the kit. Last four with the Z in front of it is our fairy dusts. We will also look at those once we open up our diamonds. Okay. Oh, so Diamond Art Club started including trading cards. These are just a nice little bonus collectible. This one is a silver. There's 4 tiers: bronze, silver, gold, and black being the rarest to find. This one is a silver. On the back, there is a little place. Oh, this one actually has the tier listed there. That's nice. Sorry. On the back, this is like a bonus reward system. So once you collect a certain number of cards, you can redeem the cards for different tiers of rewards. Some are gift cards, and the highest one being a custom. So these are fun little bonuses. All right. Okay, inside our dust jacket, here is our canvas. This looks to be the top. Oh, this is going to be gorgeous. Don't worry, I will fix that. This is just gorgeous. Look at those yellows. That's going to be pretty. Okay, I love this. I am going to quickly roll back the canvas. Here we go. Diamond Art Club kits are made out of poured glue, so it is a-okay to roll them backwards like this. You don't have to. I just do it to speed up the process and flatten it out so we can take a look at it. Diamond Art Club kits are actually, or their canvases are self-flattening, so this is not a step you actually need to do. Alright. Oh, this is so pretty. Oh, I love that. Art is one of my favorite artists, so I am so excited to see this. This is gorgeous. Okay, very, very quickly, we will do a quick, look at this canvas. But first off, okay. At the very, very top of the kit, we have Diamondart Do What Makes You Sparkle, which is just their logo and their slogan. On the top left, we have our legend, which includes all of that information on our sticker sheets. There is a matching one on the bottom right. If we go all the way down, we have a picture of that thumbnail, the SKU, the name of the kit, the size, and our copyright. This just means that Diamond Art Club pays for... Diamond Art Club legally licenses all of their kits. It just means the artist has given permission for the use of their artwork, plus are being fairly compensated for the use of it. In the center, we have Diamond Art Club socials, plus a discount code, and then their lifetime warranty. So if anything happens with your kit, you run out of drills, there's something missing, who knows, you can reach out to Diamond Art Club as long as you are the original purchaser, and they will help you out. As you can see, there is this dotted cover. Diamond Art Club, I don't want to say recently, but they did change their cover to be this perforated plastic, so you can tear along these dotted lines to have these pre-made sections. So that is a nice little upgrade they did for some people. I don't work with them, but I think it's nice for those who do enjoy it. Okay. Looking at this image, I can see that this is more, I'm gonna go more confetti than color blocking. Now, color blocking, let me just explain that quickly. Color blocking is when you have the same color throughout a larger section. So you see this bright white here, this would be a good patch of color blocking. You can zoom on in so you can actually see what I'm talking about. So like this patch here of this white would be considered color blocking, where, let's go back up to the sky. This right here would be a good example of confetti. So you have a lot of colors in a smaller section, and there's more chance for switching out the colors and single placing than there is multi placing, like with something like these twos, which would be color blocking in a way. So that's the difference. This rendering looks gorgeous. Like, yeah, that is confetti. This rendering is absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I'm so happy to have this kit. I'm excited to see those reds and these yellows come together. I think that's gonna look so pretty. Okay, I'm going to leave us zoomed in here. We are going to move on to the diamonds. So here is our color spread. You can see some of those reds through there. On the top of our diamonds, we have the SKU and the name of the kit. So if you store things separately like I do, these kits all have the same information, even on the sticker sheet. So you can easily match everything back up together. Now, I do not read out DMC numbers. That is the number that you see on the bag. And it is found in the third column on our sticker sheet. That way it's easy to match up once you start working on your kit. So I do not read out the DMC numbers, but we will take a look at these guys, and then I will pause once we get to any specials. But these colors are gorgeous. I am surprised that's all the 310 we have in our kit. It must be a lot of darker blues. So we have some reds and pinks, a nice little peach color. Here is our first special, Z365. It is this white. Sorry, it is white, and on the it's really hard to see on these brighter colors, but there is a nice little shimmery, almost mica powder dusting right on the top of these diamonds. It's a little tricky to see. Maybe there's a darker color in here I can show you on better. But our first special is a white, and then some red, okay, so there's our second fairy dust. Let me see. These guys are always a little shy, but this is Z415. It has a similar silver dusting right on the top there. It doesn't want to show. But this is just a nice little gray with some silver accents. And then we have our AB. So, AB stands for Aurora Borealis. It is this iridescent coating that is placed on the top of the diamonds. As you can see, it shines pinks, purples, greens, and blues. This is the perfect color because it is showing all of them. So we have this red, 350. Lovely. And we have some more grays. Oh. This is our third fairy dust, Z744. It has, I want to say, like a yellowy coating on top. It matches pretty well, but it's a nice pale yellow. We are just looking for one more fairy dust and one more AB. And these are just small handfuls of colors that are really helpful with getting that shading and detail. Alright, our next fairy dust, C921, and you can see that coating on the sky. So this is more of a coppery looking diamond. It's beautiful. And right at the end, we have our last AB. 603, which is this nice bright pink. It shines more blues and greens. That's pretty. Okay. Let me move. Ooh. Okay. I moved us out of the way. And we'll start at the top. Let me just. Okay. We'll start at the top, work our way down to find those specials. We're looking for a dash and a square for those 8Bs, corners A, arrow, and the dot for those fairy dusts. Hopefully those don't crinkle too much. First up, I can see some of those, the 4-corner one, which is that gray fairy dust sprinkled within the brightest parts of this background, acting as the stars. There is like one single white in the center one here, which is that white AB. There's 3 of those, or sorry, white fairy dust. There's 3 of those pink AB also within this background. We have the, oh, I went right past it. So, actually, I wonder if I could zoom in just a little bit closer for you guys. There we go. So we have right along here, we have those arrows, which is that more coppery looking fairy dust. It is also just a few sprinkled on the edge of this gate. We have more right at the center. So it's not the brightest orange, it's the second brightest orange right in here. And then the brightest orange in this gate. So that coppery fairy dust. We have another one of those pink sprinkled there. We also have the yellow fairy dust, just one right there. And then a couple more of those pinks just sprinkled in that background. I'm trying to see where the glare is. We have the brightest yellow along the side here. Is that yellow fairy dust? I'm gonna move it down a little bit more. 2 more of those yellow fairy dust in the stars, plus 2 more pinks. Okay, right in here is our dash. So this, it's not really a red, but it's like a darker orange type of color. It's along the top of these gates and along the side here. That is our reddish AB. The brightest yellow is still that yellow fairy dust. It's along both sides here and a couple right across the front of the gate there. We have more of that orange AB along the sides here. Oh, I missed something. We're gonna go back up. This entire side of the gate here has a line of that reddish AB. Okay, back down to the bottom. In our lovely lady here, the darkest red in her bow is that AB. We also have the squares, the pink squares, as the flowers on her kimono. So that is that pink AB. That's gonna be pretty. Again, more of the yellow just coming down. A couple more of that reddish AB, the yellow fairy dust. And then I'm gonna keep right at the bottom. There's the bottom. Okay. This brightest patch white that I showed you earlier, plus any of this other white throughout this background here, is that white fairy dust. And it is outlined so we see the gray. The 4-corner one is along any of these spots where you see those whites. It is outlining in there, which is our gray fairy dust. And are you anything? No, they're not. Okay, ignore me. I believe I found everything. Sure, we'll go with that. I think those are placed beautifully in this kit. I think it's going to really highlight the gates, but also add some nice sparkle to our main lady here. And I think that will be gorgeous. Okay, I am going to put this one away and grab the next one. All right, time for a speedrun kit. This time it is dancing with rolls. It just means I'm not going to go through every single piece of the canvas. We're just going to look at the canvas and the diamonds. Cool? Cool. Okay. Garbage. Sticker sheet. Is that another silver? That's another silver. That's awesome. I'm saving all those up for custom. However, I am severely lacking golds. I have everything else I need. Okay. Oh, first up. So there is our image. It has 66 colors, squares, 70 by 70. There is our colors. Those are gorgeous. Lots of pinks and beiges, some blues and greens. We have 1 AB, 3 fairy dusts. All right, this is the bottom. All right, if you like confetti, this is a kit for you. That's all I'm seeing. Like maybe a patch of color blocking here, but that's confetti. Okay. There we go. Okay, yeah. This is stunning. It doesn't all fit on here. I'm gonna do better and try and take a picture before I forget. But anyways, this has a lot of confetti. But there are patches, like this background here has some color blocking up in the top corner here. There's small sections of color blocking. Same on the opposite side, but it's mostly confetti, which is fine by me. I love it. Oh, but this is stunning. And she's so cute nestled within the wolves here. Wolf. There's one wolf, one girl. Oh, I love this. Okay. Here are our colors. Gorgeous blues and greens. Let's open this up. I think I ripped my bag. So, same thing. I'm not going to read out DMCs, but we will take a look at these. Our first special is the 963, this pale pink, baby pink. It has a nice silver coating right on the top there. Some beautiful greens, some dark greens there. Less black than I was expecting. Here is our second fairy dust, C341, nice blue. Can I get that coating to show? Not really, but it's another fairy dust. Oh, I like that blue at the end, 813. That's gorgeous. $6.99. Super pretty. Sorry, it's winter. Everyone's getting out their big fancy trucks now. 3808 and 3809 are just gorgeous beside each other. Okay, 318, beautiful green, followed by 3816. That's pretty. That's 702. That's so bright and pretty. That's my word of the day for this video. AB 5200. This is your brightest white. In their previous numbering system, this would be 141. So, gorgeous. Is that our only? Yeah. That is our only AB. Here's our third and final fairy dust, C703. A nice bright green with a matching coating right on the top there. I think you can really see it on this one. Some more greens. And some small handful colors to help us out with shading at the end here. Is that pink or red? I think that's more pink. 3358. 3358. 3350. See, that's why I don't write out numbers. Okay, let's zoom on back out here. Is that, I think that's probably about as good as we're gonna get. Yeah. Alright, we are looking for the white background with black dot for that AB, equal wave, and our little sunset for our fairy dusts. So, again, starting at the top, working our way down. I can see a couple of those white ABs sprinkled right back there. Is that just, it's just a sunspot. So right in that sunspot, there is a couple, like this brightest white you see along the wolf here, is that white AB, equal sign. So it is highlighting in the wolf back here, followed by the starburst. Where are those? Or starburst sunset. That's what I called it. Not up there. Background? Yeah. So it's doing some highlighting within the background here, just kind of sprinkled in. And our green. There's a couple of those greens back in this foliage. Yeah, that's bluey gray fairy dust is the second brightest color throughout our wolf back here. We also have more of that sunset along these pinks back here. None of those equal signs on this side. Am I still in frame? Yeah. There's a few more of those, that green fairy dust sprinkled in there. More of those starbursts, which is the second brightest color, highlighting within our wolf here. Wolf, dog, wolf. A couple more of those greens within there. Let's just go right to the bottom here. This whole section out right here is outlined by that pink fairy dust. A few more of those pink fairy dusts within these pinks. Some more of that green fairy dust in here. Actually, the green fairy dust looks like It's in the brightest parts of these greens. That's where it is. Okay. So that was a very quick look at this one. It's really confetti heavy, so I'm pretty sure I missed a ton of placements. But this is Dreaming with Bowls. I am going to go grab the next kit. Okay, next is Pages. This is also by Yume. 77.9 by 56.3. Okay. There is our better look at our image. It is square with 84 colors. That's a lot. There is 2 ABs, 5 fairy dusts. That one in the wrong one. And we have a Licha bronze card. Okay. Here. Oh, this is going to be fun. Okay. So this background has a ton of color blocking within this. These darker shades. I believe that's 939. Yep, 939. So that very, very dark blue that's just shy of being black. And then tons of confetti throughout the book. Oh, that's gonna be pretty. Okay. I will pop up a picture of this canvas so you can see the full thing. It's pretty much all in frame, at least the main image. But I'll be sure to add that just to cover all the bases. Okay. Here is our colors. That is our background. Should I count? So 16 bags of 939. You will not use all of these. I doubt I will open up this last one or two. There's always extras. But anyways. There is our first AB, 5200, a nice white. Followed by our first fairy dust, Z959. Beautiful colors. And that's it for the big bags, which is totally not a surprise. I had a feeling that we'd get into a lot smaller bags once we got into these colors. And we have our second fairy dust, Z564, bit of a mintier green. Our third fairy dust, C3078, pale yellow. pretty deep blue for second AB, $9.95. C3747 for, I lost count, another fairy dust. Pale purple, pulls more gray, I believe, but very pretty. Some pinks and browns, some blues and purples. I think this kit has almost every color. Not DMC wise, just like your browns, your pinks, your blues, your greens, all of those. But not black. There's no black. Almost missed him. C3814. A darker green. And some small handful colors just to help out with shading. Okay, I think we have all of our specials found. Let's grab our sticker sheet. I am looking for the black dot and a little starburst for ABs, slash ladder diamond dash and 3 dots slash dash for her fairy dusts. Okay. I pretty much think we could do this color by color. So, for our AB, our first AB, that dark blue is that Starburst. And I feel like I just saw it. Okay, so there's a few sprinkled in this blue down here. Couple more along the pages of the book here, and then another line down this side of the pages. That seems to be about it. So that's the dark blue AB. Again, it's all in the underside of these pages. Next is the white AB, which is the brightest white you see. So the underside of the moon here, highlighting on these birds back here. A couple in her dress, the lines on this hidden page, the edges of the wave here, from the center of the book up into these, I believe they're clouds. Oh no, it would be more waves. So up to the top of this waves, and then outlining these two pages, and then a couple more just hidden down here. So that's the white AB. We then have, the sticker sheet doesn't want to stay open for me. Then we have the slashes, which is the brightest green that you see in this wave. So it's on this page back here, and then all of these spots in this green. The ladder is, oh, right beside it. So all of these, this color back here is that minty, is it a minty fairy dust? I think so, but it's pretty much anywhere that lighter one is, so is the darker one. The diamond, which is that yellow fairy dust, has a line through the wave here, a line through the page here, sprinkled in the back here and along the edge of the second page. It is highlighting our girl here, so her dress, her arm, her legs. Some more highlights along the waves here, and sprinkled in this bottom page, and then outlining the edge of the paper. So that's the yellow fairy dust. That purpley gray fairy dust is the dash. And that is in here as well. So it's this color highlighting in the waves here, along the top here. Just a few in there is what I can see. Is there any in this part? No. So just sprinkled in here. And then the darkest fairy dust, the 3 dots, is the darkest green on this top page. So just a few sprinkled there. Oh, there's more of the latter sprinkled on this page too. And some of those yellows within the whites. Okay, this is going to be so pretty. I am actually going to go kit this one up. It is going to be kit number 150 for me. So, or finish 150 for lifetime diamond painting. However you keep track of your numbers, this is 150 for me. So I'm going to go kit this up and work on it. And I'll go grab the next one. Okay, next is Stars Beneath. This one is 55.8 by 111.5. Here is that full image. This whole like Northern Lights star thing going on here is just beautiful. It is square, 72 colors. There is 3 Bs, 4 fairy dusts, and a good chunk of those DiamondArtClub specific DMC numbers. Nice. And I believe this is bronze. Yep, this one is bronze. Ooh. Okay, we are starting at the bottom. Oh, these blues are going to be gorgeous with this tail from the dog. They're going to stand out beautifully. Okay. There's going to be some color blocking back here, but also confetti once you get into these waves. And there's the start of that sky. So yeah, still lots of color blocking back here, but more confetti up in those details. That's gonna be, I really want to work on this one. Oh, that's so pretty. Like, look at these colors, all these greens and teals. Oh, that's so pretty. Great. Oh. I need you guys to tell me not to kit this up. I don't need a project this big right now. Alright, I'm going to take a second and put a picture here of the full canvas because I will never get it fully in frame. So it should be up. This is gorgeous. I really want to work on this. That's so pretty. Okay, anyways, let's open these. Farewell, beautiful packing job. Alright, so here are some of our background colors. Lots of blues. all very close in shade, but that really helps bring out the detail and get those smoother transitions, I've noticed. And here's our first fairy dust, Z959. So a light silver coating on the top of that one. And there's 2 bags. Here's some more of those background blues. That's it for 310. That's lovely. I like 310 though, so it's not that big of a deal. Here's our first AB, that white. Some more of those teals. It's a pretty purple. Our next fairy dust, C747, a nice pale blue, kind of in between those two. And then a 6000 color. Our next fairy dust, Z964. This might be in between the 2 colors we've already seen, in between shade. There's 2 bags of it. 550, such a pretty purple, followed by these blues, 996. Right, another purple, and our AB, 3846. So a nice medium blue. And there's 2 bags. 995 is so pretty. And C3354, a nice bright pink for our fairy dust. I think we've seen all the fairy dust and are just missing that final AB yet. Unless I went right past it. But we'll see. It's a nice green. Ooh, so is this one, 966. Bright pink. Some yellows. There's our AB. 963, a nice pale pink. And then our remaining handful colors. All right. So, actually, I can probably zoom this in just a touch. There we go. That way you can see it a little better. The S starburst and that black dot will be our ABs, dash, squiggly arrow, and the sunset will be our fairy dusts. This time we're going to go from the top down, and we will start with that brightest fairy dust right inside this light streak, followed by the medium. So that has those 2 aqua colors, the lightest and the medium. And I want to see, it's not there. Okay, I want to see if the darkest one was there too, but it's just the lightest one and the medium. We Did I see something? Oh, that medium one is over here, that medium aqua one. And we have, is that a different star? That's a different star. Okay, I'm going to move it down a little. So we have more of that, the lightest and the medium one in this shades of green over here in the centers. We have some of those dots. Oh, I missed it. There is a couple of those white ABs right in the center of these greens here. And then a couple more just sprinkled down in here. We have those S's, which is that pink AB sprinkled over here, and then some lines of it here. That medium, or sorry, the darkest aqua fairy dust is sprinkled in there. I feel like, yeah, so over on this side there is that sunset, so that pink fairy dust is right along the outside of the pinks here at the edge of the canvas, followed by some more down here at the edge of the canvas. So we have more, I don't know if I said all of this is that light and medium too. And then we have more of that light and medium aqua fairy dust in here, followed by the white AB in the centers. Same thing here. A couple more of that white AB over here. That lightest aqua sprinkled back in here. And that darkest aqua teal fairy dust. Actually, it's this entire patch here and then a few chunks of it over here. So that's that aqua fairy dust. And it continues down along the edge here, that darkest aqua fairy dust. I feel like, oh, because I haven't seen it yet. I'm getting there. Okay, so we have more of that darkest aqua within these ripples here. Our girl, her dog, and all of these wisps down at the bottom here, like all of these. That brightest white in the center is our AB. And then we have more of the aquas sprinkled in the background here, more of the dark aquas in there, and the brightest blue in here, like in any of this water, right back in here. All of it outlining these aquas over here. Outlining the tail is that blue AB. So this is going to be a very shiny piece. Sorry, all of the outlines for the tails, wherever you see that white, there is a blue outline of ABs. That's gonna be pretty. I really want to work on this one. I wouldn't get it done before the end of the year though. I'm trying to go into the new year with no whips, so we shall see. Oh, I missed it. There's some of those S's sprinkled in here too, which is that pink AB. Pretty. Okay. I think this is going to be gorgeous where those ABs and fairy dusts are placed. Yeah, I just love it. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this one up and grab the next one. Alright, next up is Porcelain Dress. This one is 55.8 by 96.8. This is what I was looking for. Alright, so there is that artwork. This is just stunning. Tons of light colors, but beautiful piece. It's square, 51 colors, 2 ABs, 2 fairy dusts. I got a black card. This is the rarest one. This is the first one I found. Oh, this is gorgeous. Oh, I love that. Alright. Ooh, starting at the top this time. Look at her face, her hair. I think that's cool. The detail for her, like the porcelain joints on her, that came through. And like the detail on her dress. Look at that. You can even see the detail through her dress here. The birds look stunning too. Oh, this is so pretty. I love the detail, and you can see like the ripples in the water down here. I don't know if it's actually water, if it's just some waves, reflections. I'm not too sure, but it's very pretty. It's gorgeous. Okay, I love this. Like the creams against the blues. That's gonna be pretty. Okay. Here are our colors. Obviously, lots of creams, lots of whites, lots of grays and blues. Okay. We have our first AB just off on its own, 819, which is this like pale peachy pink. So the colors for this one are going to have a lot of higher quantities, just by the nature of the size of the kit. And we have our first fairy dust. C3865, which is our white, and it has a nice gentle silver shimmer right on the top. You might be able to see it in the corner there. There is 4 bags of fairy dust. 9158. Some nice browns. Some more blues. Kind of like purpley color. Gray, a blue. And our next AB, 648. It's kind of like taupey brownie color. And there's 2 bags of it. Here's another little strand with just some blues and grays. Some more blues. some small handful colors. This will most likely be any detail within her hair or face. That'd be my guess. Did I find everything? I missed a fairy dust. I got it. We're good. This is Z798. It is a dark blue and it has a matching shimmer right on the top. So very, very pretty. Okay. The top of the kit. I'm gonna pause for a second and put up a full picture of the artwork here. I don't think I did that at the start, so I'm gonna make sure I do that here. Okay, we are gonna go from the top to the bottom and look for those specials. So we have the A and the N for our ABs, diamond, and the dot for our fairy dust. That's pretty simple. So first thing I can see, this brightest white within the background here, like the flowers, anything sprinkled back here, that is all the white fairy dust. Our diamond is highlighting within her hair, so the strip along the top here, anything along the edges, a couple of lines here, that is that dark blue fairy dust, the one that I zoomed past by accident. The ends over here is that lighter fairy dust. Nope. N is the AB, so that has that light pink AB. And the A's, none over here, so let's move her down. Again, continuing this brightest white back here is all that white fairy dust. The pink that you see sprinkled over in this corner here, this pink, is that AB. It's the same behind her elbow here is that pink AB. There is a couple of the diamonds sprinkled within her dress for the buttons. It's also up the top here to highlight that clip. Okay, so we have the A's. There's just a few of them there, which is that taupey AB, that taupey brown one. There's some more also at the edge of the flower here. Some more of those whites sprinkled back here. Okay. That's funny I say that. All of those A's are in streaks down in the background here. I don't know if that's the background or like the way her dress is draped across her here. So it is all of these A's in here, all in here, back here, all in here, a good strip of it coming across here. So it cuts across in those spots. So that is that brown taupey one. Again, the brightest white you see is the white fairy dust. So you kind of have those two near each other. We have more of those whites sprinkled back in here. All of these little dots that you see is that white fairy dust. And I believe that's it. If you get to the very bottom here, again, these whites is that white fairy dust. I think this is good. Oh, there's another patch of those A's, so that brown one. It's gonna be pretty. I wants to see her face again. She is gorgeous. I really need to start working on my Yume kits instead of just hiding them away, because these are pretty and I feel like this would render out really beautifully. Of course, the background has a lot more color blocking, and then the finer details will all be confetti. The bottom also has patches of color blocking as well. So I'm going to leave this one here. This is Porcelain Dress, and I'll go grab the next one. Alright, next is Between Two Tones. This one is much bigger at 69.9 by 104.8. Alright. Here is that full artwork. It is 90 colors and square. Oh boy. But you got like the whole rainbow going on here again. There's 3 of these and 3 fairy dusts. And this one is a bronze. Oh yes, it fits in frame. Sideways, starting at the top. Which, we'll pause here for a second. All of this background color is color blocking, and then there's more confetti within the folds of the pages, but there's also still some chances for color blocking in here as well. That looks gorgeous. Actually, I'm actually like amazed that you can see the definition between these pages. That's awesome. Keep on going. And that looks gorgeous. Tons more color blocking back in here. There's our girl. She looks so good. Like her hair, the way she's reaching for the moon there. That's pretty. And the bottom book. Look how detailed those are. That's great. Like all these greens are gonna be pretty. Oh, I love this. This makes my bookish heart very happy. Bookish heart, librarian heart, whatever you would like to label it. I am very happy. Okay, I'm gonna actually remember to pause here and put up a full picture for you guys again while I admire these greens, because that's pretty. All right. Here is that color spread. So we have all of our blues for the background, and then the gorgeous, beautiful rainbow for those books. So let's I was gonna do my whole bit about farewell beautiful packing, and I already ruined it. So ooh. There you are. I can see some loose diamonds. There's a rip. Alright. And you know what? They caught this at the factory too. There's already a layer of tape here. So it's not this big. Oh yeah, it is. Never mind. We'll just add some more and keep an eye out. Okay. never seen a bag come to me already taped. So that's hilarious. Like, look at that. That's great. The 939 is our main background color. I have no worries of running out, but that is a great example of how Diamond Art Club could help you if you were the original purchaser and needed it with that lifetime warranty. Alright, lots of background blues. Some more background blues. Oh. And some pretty blues for those books. Nice bright green and blue. Our first special, Z3865, a nice white with that silver shimmer. There's 2 bags of it. Some more greens. I am just going to pick these up before I fly them everywhere. Our next variant is Z162, a nice bright blue, pale blue I should say. And then we have Z907, nice bright green. So many bright colors. Here was our first AB, 3846, a bright blue. I don't know why my ring keeps twisting. It's a pretty pink. I have lost track of which specials we have and have not seen. Oh, we've seen all the fairy dusts. We're just looking for our last 2 ABs. Well, alright, here's our AB 891. It is a bright red. Very pretty. I think I know where it goes. Just taking a guess. And our final AB, 3078, a nice pale yellow. I feel like the shading in this kit is going to be gorgeous. Like the detail's really going to be there. Okay. Those can keep falling. So, reload. Start at the top and work our way down again. And the K, sword, and equal sign is our ABs. J, oval, and dot for our fairy dust. So, there's a couple of those J's at the top of the book here. The dots of that white AB is this patch here. It is outlining the book here and the corner over here. There, it's outlining the page of the book here with that blue fairy dust as well. That pale blue is also highlighting at the edge of the book and within all these pages. There's more of that blue highlighting in the centers here, more of that white fairy dust. So the brightest white you see is that white fairy dust, so it's all in this patch here and along these pages. Are we still in frame? We are, kind of. It's a big canvas. Alright, let's move on down. Is there any equal signs? I completely missed that. So all of this is that equal sign, which is that blue AB. So there's more of that blue AB here. It is, oh, sorry. It is outlining these little dots here. It is outlining, like there's a good patch of it here, that blue AB. That's pretty. Some more blue AB highlighting the very edge of the pages off to the right here. Okay, I found them. We are going to move down to this moon here. So like, again, the brightest white is that white fairy dust, not AB, fairy dust. That's the only special in there, so that's going to shine nicely. Some of those whites sprinkled within these little, are they like dandelion? I think they're dandelion puffs. So there's that. And as I thought, so that K, that red AB, is highlighting the brightest part of her dress. And I believe that's the only place for it. So, do we have almost all of it in frame? There's some more of those whites for these like dandelion puffs throughout the bottom here. Now we are fully in frame. We have that green fairy dust is that brightest green here, the brightest green, and on this side, the yellow is highlighting the pages all along here. And there's a couple more of those white fairy dust sprinkled down here. I feel like there's tons of that green in here. I feel like there should be more of that yellow. There's some yellow there. Yellow AB, not fairy dust, yellow AB. Okay, that's all that I can see. Did I miss anything? I don't think so. Okay, this is going to be a gorgeous piece. I think all these greens will come together nicely. Again, lots of confetti throughout the details of this book, but tons of color blocking in the background, so it may look like it'll take forever, but that color blocking will really help you zoom through it. Okay, I'm going to leave this one here and grab the next one. Next up is Bathtime, 65 by 103.8. This one has some gorgeous greens. Alright, there is that artwork. It is 60 colors and square. Oh. There is those colors. There is 3 ABs, 2 fairy dusts. And silver. Pretty pretty. Okay, so this is the top. Oh, it's going to be gorgeous. With all of these greens, it's going to be so pretty. This window was done beautifully, and all these bubbles. The window and the wall behind it has a lot of color blocking, even within some of these leaves of the plants. I suspect once we get further down, oh, they're so sweet. Oh, and these greens, as I expected, there's a lot more green within the leaves, within our dog and our girl. Oh. Okay. You guys' little paws hanging over the edge of the tub. Okay, and there is that bottom. That reflection looks amazing. Like, look at that detail. Oof, it's gonna be pretty. I am going to pause on our two little friends here and give myself a couple of seconds to put up a picture and just admire these these gorgeous colors within our two friends here against all these greens. Okay. Here is that color spread. And oh, it's such a sweet thing to zoom in on. Anyways, lots of greens and then some creams and oranges in the center there. I can do the bit. Farewell, beautiful packing job. Strong start with 912. That's gorgeous. And some blues. Our first fairy dust. C3078, a nice pale yellow with that gentle shimmer on the top. And greens, nice dark green. Some more of those dark greens. It's gonna be most of the colors, it's just green. Greens and blues. This one's pretty. 3847. I love this one, 954. Here's our second fairy dust, C907, that bright green again. And our white AB. And here is our another AB, 3846, that bright blue again. And I believe this is our final AB, 741, that bright orange. Don't know if we have one more fairy dust yet or not. Doesn't look like it. Hopefully I didn't miss it. Alright. So we are going to rinse, repeat. Start at the top and work down. So we are looking for the A, the equal sign, and the dot for those ABs, and in the dash for that fairy dust. Awesome. Alright. So we have the dots. The brightest white that you see is that white AB. There is some of those A's, so that bright orange, just a couple of those sprinkled in these bubbles. And N is that bright green that you see along these leaves here. And then those A's are also highlighting along the leaves. There's some more of that bright green on the right side. More of those bright greens in here, some of those oranges. Ooh, I completely missed something. Sorry. So all of those dashes, all of these bubbles is that lighter, did I say it was yellow? That lighter fairy dust is all of these bubbles. So we have that, I think it is a pale yellow. Is it? Hold on. It is a pale yellow fairy dust. So it is along the dog's face here, the top of her hair, all of those bubbles. It's on the top of his paws, so any of these brightest yellow that you see along her arm, in his tail back here. There's also some of those white ABs at the top of his tail, some of those white ABs in the bubbles, a couple of those oranges sprinkled in there, a couple more of those oranges. I don't know if I pointed those out, those orange ABs. And we have more of that yellow, the brightest yellow in these like sparkles along the edge of the bottles here, along the tiles down here. More of those whites. The brightest green within these bottles is that fairy dust, and it's also in the reflection on the floor. Some more over here. And where's that blue? Ah, so these little sparkles is that blue AB. It's along the edge of the bottle here, highlighting up here, sprinkled more in there. This blue down here is that AB. And it's also along the edge of this leaf and the tub there. And a couple in that little bubble. Okay, so that is Bathtime by Art. I am excited to see all these greens come together against these yellows and creams within our tube. I think that's going to make them pop so much. And I think these specials are placed beautifully. Okay, I am going to go wrap this one up and grab the next one. The last art kit I have to show you is Star Mermaid. This thing is stuffed in here. Oh. Oof. This is one I am happy I don't store in the box. It would never happen. So there is that beautiful artwork It is a square, 64 colors, 69.9 by 113.8 centimeters. This one is a silver. Pretty. Okay. That wasn't fun. Oh, I forgot to show the colors. Here is that spread, 64 colors, 2 ABs, 5 fairy dusts. Alright. Let's not get caught on everything. Here is the bottom. Okay. Those colors are going to pop. That is a 310 background. So all of these bright colors are really going to shine. So I can see the legend there. I can see the dots. Look at the little fish. They rendered beautifully. The little stars. Oh, yes, chunky diamonds. Alright, her tail is gorgeous. Again, color blocking background will be a breeze to get through, and there's more confetti within the detail, like these swoops of colors. The fish, her tail. Look at her hair. That's gonna be some beautiful movement. Okay, we get it. Face looks amazing, and her hair, that's gonna be gorgeous. Oh, I'm so excited to work on this one. It won't be anytime soon, but I'm excited. I really think this black background, like it's black up here and then it moves into, like, I'm assuming 939. Yeah, so that dark blue around her. I just think the colors are really going to pop on this one. Okay. Pausing here for a picture, unless I already did that while I was rambling. So, yeah, full picture. Oh, this is pretty. So pretty. Alright, here are our colors. Obviously, lots of darker blues, but some very pretty bright ones right in the center here. A little mini strand by itself. So we have 6014. See, this is why I don't read DMCs. 6014 and Z402. So that light brown with a coppery topping to it for our first fairy dust. And starting with that background again. Bags of 310 and then more of that blue. I would assume the blue is very close to 17 bags. Maybe not 17, but at least getting closer, like 10, 11, 12. I should count it. Okay. Here is our first AB 3756. It is that It is almost white. It just has a minty blue tinge to it. Some more blues. It's beautiful colors. I think Lindsay started this one from Emeralds and Fairy Lights. So Z677, a pale yellow for our next fairy dust. There's 2 bags of it. And there's our next fairy dust 993, that light aqua color, followed by an EB 954, another aqua color. And we have Z554. Nice purple. I have lost track again on how many we have seen. Ooh, I like that red bright. Oh, we have another one, Z472. Kind of like an olive green. All right. Here we go. Since we're at the top already, we have the heart and the slash for our EBs, arrow equal, planet, sword, and dash for those fairy dusts. Okay. Let's get rid of some of that glare. We have that sword, so that lightest a fairy dust right in the center there. It is within all of these starfish. And the up arrow, which is that coppery bronze one, within all of those guys as well. A couple of those swords just kind of sprinkled in the background there. We have a few of those dashes, so that aqua fairy dust in her hair, plus the aqua AB in there as well. We have the sword within her hair too, and a couple of those planets over here, some more of those aquas in her hair there. Same with that, the fairy dusts in the starfish, so same 2 colors there, and it's all throughout these guys there. So a couple more of those planets of that purple fairy dust sprinkled in her hair. We have the AB highlighting her bralette here, as well as along the edges is that fairy dust. We're that pale AB highlighting along her waist, the back of her arm, the top of her hand, highlighting in her scales, and still those same 2 fairy dust within all of these starfish. It's in all of these guys too. There's a couple more of those purples there as well. Both the aquas are highlighting her scales. And then we got more of those 2 over in the starfish over here, those 2 fairy dusts. We have that minty AB right in the center here, outlined by that lightest fairy dust. I feel like I missed one. Hold on. Don't think it was a whole lot. Nope, never mind. It's not up at the top. It is at the top of her bralette here and in her hair. It's the equal sign. It is that green fairy dust. So yeah, back to what I was doing. There's those slashes, so that AB right in here, along with that lightest fairy dust. These fish are completely that minty AB. And so there's more of that mint AB within this fish, and this one here, he is completely outlined by that purple. This one by that lightest fairy dust. This is the purple fairy dust. There is also that coppery one sprinkled in there. Some more of that light fairy dust, or sorry, that lightest AB, that minty one in these two fish. More of that purple fairy dust down here. And I think that's it. I didn't see much of the equal sign, but it's also a harder symbol to see. Ah, there's an equal sign here, so that green fairy dust there. Okay, I'm gonna leave it. I really like how these fish look, so I'm gonna leave this one here. This is the last of the Yume. I'm gonna go grab the next artist. All right, next up is Sleepy Familiars by Crystalbug. It is 50.6 by 66 centimeters. This is a redraw she did. Let me open this up. Okay, she did this artwork a while ago, and I guess she decided to redraw the original. DiamondArtClub also put out the original, has since discontinued it, but I did purchase it from them before as well. Here is the full artwork. It is a round and 60 colors. It has a bronze. Here is the color spread. There's 1 AB, 1 crystal, 5 fairy dusts. 5, 4, 4, 4. Here's the bottom. Such a cute little kitty. Another cute little kitty. Oh, her hair is going to be gorgeous. That's the kit. I'll still pop up a picture here. But this is gorgeous. She's amazing. This is mostly color blocking. Transition in the background, through her hat, her hair, her bag are little familiars. This is mostly color blocking. This is gonna be so pretty. Okay, this feels so much smaller after those past Yume kits. This feels tiny. Here is those colors. And teeny tiny stranded diamonds, plus our first AB 3813, this like pale mint color. It is so many pretty colors. Like these oranges are just gonna pop. I like these minty colors. And some pinks and purples. Our next fairy dust Z3865, the white. Z3823, a pale yellow fairy dust. C3807, like a purpley blue somewhere in between. It's a darker one. That coating really shines. And L74745. I can't remember if we've had a crystal yet. I don't think so. But it's this diamond that has a silver backing, so it tends to catch the light a lot nicer. Well, not nicer, but a lot more. And have a more glassy effect to them. And this one is a pale yellow. I don't think we have had a crystal yet. And AB 792, an orangey yellowy color. So should I keep it like that? Nah. We'll start at the top. We are looking for the sideways arrow is for our AB, the diamond for our crystal, oval, wave, square, and dot for those ABs. So we have a couple of those dots, so that white fairy dust sprinkled back there. All of these yellow dots that you see is that yellow crystal. There's a couple of those, that purpley blue fairy dust sprinkled back there. A couple more of those yellow crystals on the rim of her hat there. More of those crystals and fairy dust sprinkled back there. Some more of those crystals and that, nope, just that crystal. We have the wave is the brightest mint that you see in her hair. And then we have the white fairy dust, which is the brightest white. There's also a few in her eyes, plus that orange yellow AB in the center of that eye. I might switch something in there just to keep them even. We'll see. Then we have that one for her earring, and then the crystals and the orange AB in her earring there. More of that white highlighting along her hair, and that AB, nope, sorry, fairy dust. The fairy dust in her hair. A couple more of those whites at the top of her cat. A couple more of those whites there, plus that blue AB is highlighting his eyes, the top of his head, along his ear up here, his little nose. And then for our cat, we have the yellow fairy dust. So along the top of his ears, in his markings in his face, some of those white sprinkled in, some white on his paw, and then more of that white sprinkled in the background. Oh, this one is just so sweet. I I love crystal box stuff. This is so cute. Okay. This one was a lot quicker, a lot smaller, a lot more color blocking, but still just as pretty. I say I want to work on this one soon, but I know realistically I won't. But it's definitely on my list to tackle. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this one up and grab the next one. Alright, next up is Freya, Goddess of Beauty and War, is 55.8 by 85.6. Or not. Here's a full image. It's square, 67 colors. Gorgeous. I've been collecting this whole series, so this is exciting. And she's a silver. Here are those colors. We have 2 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fairy dusts. Look at her face. Her face, her hair, her little familiar. That's gorgeous. I really like the glowing effect. That came through amazing. This movement in here is going to be really nice too, like in the fabric. Then we have our final familiar, her weapon and some flowers. This is gorgeous. Oh, I love it. Okay, pausing here to pop up a picture of the full image while I admire these yellows and golds some more. That's pretty. Alright. Here are those diamonds. Lots of blues and then some browns and tans in there. I believe this is very blue heavy. Black Friday haul. Like there's so many shades of blue. I love blue though. It's very pretty. Ooh, pink right at the end. Here's our first fairy dust, 3865, the white. And there's 3 bags of it. Some more blues. And purple. And another fairy dust, Z3855. So that peachy yellowy color. Here are It's a nice color. Here's our next fairy dust, Z3854. A nice brown. With Z157 right beside it, a pale blue. And we have our AB. This is AB 3078, a pale yellow. Alright. Oh, one more strand. And some small handful colors. Some more purples and browns. And our next fairy dust, C3607, that darker pink. And AB 972, that kind of orangey yellow. Alright. So we can zoom in slightly, I think. There we go. I didn't say earlier, but this kit has a lot of color blocking within the background. So like these bars, these blue shading back here, but also within our cat familiar. And a lot more confetti within her hair and face and clothing. All right. We are going to look for those specials. So we have N in the dash for those ABs, the dots, the A, the corner arrow, and another dot for our fairy dusts. Okay. So at the top here, we have this whole arch as that light brown fairy dust. It outlines her hair, followed by the dashes. So this brightest yellow that you see is that yellow AB. Is it yellow? Pale AB. That really, really light pale yellow AB. And then we have so yeah, both of those are in her hair. It's in the jewelry here. We have some of those dots, so that white fairy dust in her eyes. It is also the brightest white on the edge of the cat's tail. It's also sprinkled in the background. That's that white fairy dust. This entire patch of bright white on our familiar here, throughout his face too, and the front of his leg, that is all that white fairy dust. So we also have some of that pale yellow fairy dust within his eye. There's that light gray blue on her armband here. More of that yellow fairy dust on the edge of her armor on both sides too. That's that AB. I'm going to keep moving it down. Alright, so we have more of that white fairy dust in his paw, the top of his tail here. Those A's, so that dark pink fairy dust is sprinkled throughout her dress here and a couple over here. I'm not seeing much. I'm gonna move it down a little bit more. So we have the yellow fairy dust at the edge of the weapon here, the handles. Our yellow AB is at the center of these flowers, all at the bottom here. More of that white fairy dust on our cat, giant patch here. Both the AB and the fairy dust in his eyes. And I did miss a patch. Okay. So that blue fairy dust is in the highlight of her dress here, and the sleeve. And I believe that's everything. No, I missed the coppery one. So there's some of that more coppery brown fairy dust in the handle down here. There's a streak of like kind of scattered over on the side here. And it is all in her hair. Where the yellow is, there is that coppery brown fairy dust. Okay, and some in the cat's eye. Okay, now I didn't miss anything. Sorry, I completely forgot about that one. So yeah, the coppery brown is in her hair, the cat's eye. Her hair is gonna glow because there is the AB and the 2 fairy dusts. So that's gonna be gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to wrap this one up here and grab the next one. All right, next up is Sagittarius. It is 50.8 by 75.9. I have almost all of these zodiacs from Curse Above. I am missing Taurus, which was released last Black Friday. There's that full artwork. It has 69 colors and it is square. And there is one yet to be released, I believe, 1 or 2. Aries is one I know. I don't think we've seen yet. Anyways, here's the treasure card. This one is bronze. So. We are starting at the bottom. Oh, that's pure confetti. Well, not really. I mean, there's some chunks in here that you could get away with, some color blacking. Oh, but these purples are going to be pretty. I like the detail in this bow. Oh, that's going to be so pretty. Okay, sorry, and there's the top. Look at her face and the flowers there. This is gonna be pretty. Lots of color blocking in the top of this background. But yeah, it's gonna be very pretty. I'm pausing to put up a picture of the full thing. This is just easier at this point. Okay. Oh, I just noticed this is her little armband with her symbol. That's cute. Okay. Here are the diamonds. Zoom right on in on her face. And we are starting off with black and more blues. Some purple. I fully expect this to have almost every shade of purple. This is very, very pretty. I didn't even... Hold on. Very, very pretty. There's that color spread. We have 1 AB, 1 iridescent, 4 fairy dust. I should have done that up. Sorry, I should have done that at the start. 6,000 diamonds. See, 77415. Nice lighter gray. The coating on the top is very pretty. And then we have our crystal 168. This just looks clear to me, so I would assume it is a gray. here's our fairy dust, 3865, a nice white. Some more purples. That's a pretty pink. Actually, there's lots of pretty pinks. There we go. Here's our pinks. Some more purples. Sorry, Z6012. This is DiamondArtClub's own DMC as a fairy dust. Beautiful purple. And then we have Z3607, that darker pink. And AB554, a nice purple. I think that might be it for specials now. I think we found them all. So, let's put these aside. I bumped that. I'm so sorry. Okay, let's zoom in out just a little. There we go. So, we are looking for the $sign for that AB, percentage for that crystal, dots, hat, and the star for our fairy dust. I know I skipped one. So the first thing I can see is that Sagittarius here, plus the two sparkles on opposite sides, is that iridescent. I know it kind of blends in here, but I swear it stands out in person. So that is our crystal, plus there's a few more of it sprinkled in here. Is that our crystal? No, that is our gray fairy dust right there. This entire border, I'm only going to point it out now, this entire border drills is that crystal as well. Okay, we have the dots, and all of this white right behind her, the brightest white you see is that white fairy dust. We have that pink in her flowers along with the purple AB. I'm going to move it down some more. Oh, that AB is right there too, and right there. So just those sparkles in the background. There's a couple more of those white fairy dusts there. It still continues down behind her, that white fairy dust. Some of that gray in her top. Another one of those grays. I'm surprised there's nothing in her armband. Oh, never mind. There's two there, plus two fairy dusts, the whites. So this kind of, the fabric off her armband has some of those gray fairy dusts on both sides. Those are plus signs. There's some more of that gray at the end of the bow here. That gray fairy dust also continues down here. And there's a few more sprinkled on this side as well. I am missing one purple fairy dust. I just don't think I've seen it yet. Let's move this down just a little more. Yep, so there's that purple within these flowers. That purple fairy dust, the dark one. We have more of the pink fairy dust within these flowers. There's some more of that dark purple fairy dust there. And that looks to be about it. All right. Again, there's a lot more color blocking within the background than there is in all this fabric in that. it still looks like a good balance. Okay. I'm so happy to have another one of this collection here in my hands. I have one more to unbox, and then I believe it's just waiting on DiamondArtClub to release the last one. We'll see. Alright, I'm gonna wrap this one up and grab the next one. Alright, so here is the final kit to show you. I have to show you. This is Scorpio by Chrysobug. 50.8 by 75.9. Here's our full image. It has 65 colors and a square. 1 EV, 2 crystals, 3 fairy dusts. That's a new symbol. That's neat. Okay, anyways. We have a bronze card. I'm getting better at telling the difference. Yeah. Okay. Oh, we're starting at the top this time. Okay, so there is all that color blocking. Actually, you can see that her hair kind of like disappears into the background. That's cool. Oh, she looks gorgeous. All those reds are gonna really pop. And then there's the bottom. Okay. This is full color blocking down here too. Oh, this is going to be gorgeous. I'm gonna pause here to put in a picture, but this is going to look so pretty. Oh, I'm so excited to see all these reds, and I'm just looking at the legend, and I love these colors. Okay. Here is our bag of diamonds. I do expect this one to have more grays and blacks and all those colors. And plenty of browns. Here's the start of our reds. Almost went right past it. This is Z415, a gray fairy dust. Pretty, pretty. Another pretty red. All right, we have our first iridescent L168, another clear looking one, so I'm going to assume it's a gray shade. Very pretty. Oh, and our white fairy dust, Z3865. And here's our next fairy dust, Z817, a nice bright red. Oh, I love that. Now we're going to get some shades of brown, some more pinks and reds. Here's our next AB, 666, next AB, first AB. A nice bright cherry red. And just some final colors. Alright. She also has an armband. I think it's just an armband though. This is her symbol down here. Anyways, at the hotel. There we go. So our AB's little hat. Did I zoom right past our 310? Here is our last iridescent 310. It is black. It is very, very pretty when placed. Okay, so it's that funky new symbol. The heart is our gray fairy dust stuff and hat for our other two. Okay, so just like before, Scorpio is that gray iridescent, that gray clear one, plus the border. So that's that one that we had 2 bags of, the more clear looking crystal. The hearts, which I can see some right along here, actually this entire wave in the background, this entire circle, is that gray fairy dust. We then have, not the brightest white, the second brightest one right in here is that white fairy dust, followed by the inner circles of the constellation back here as well, which is surrounded, so those white fairy dusts are surrounded by the gray fairy dust. We have some of those, the red fairy dust in the, I don't know what you want to call it for her hair there, the band in her hair. And then we have the ABs in her eyes, the red AB. More of that red fairy dust in the band of her hair, plus along the edge of the cloth here. Yeah. More of that red fairy dust here, more of that red fairy dust along the parts, the brightest red of the cloth here, plus some of those red ABs just sprinkled there. This line along her back is those red ABs, plus there is some of the red fairy dust with it. Highlighting on her arm, along the edge of her face, tucked back here, and the edge of her other arm there is that white fairy dust, so is it right on her arm here. That iridescent, oh, the black iridescent is her nail polish. I saw that for on Botanical Witch too, and that was a nice touch. It's a nice touch. I said in that post review that it makes her nails look clear, which is a little weird, but it's a nice place to put a special. There's some more of those, that iridescent along the armband here. No, fairy dust on the armband there and on the armband here. More of those reds in the brightest parts of this fabric, as well as down here there is those red, and that just is the fairy dust and the AB there. And I think I got it all. I probably missed something, but gives you a general idea of where to find those specials. I think this is gorgeous. Okay. That is my the 12 paintings I purchased from Diamond Art Club on Black Friday. Let me know which ones of these ones you bought. If you didn't buy any of the ones I have boxed, let me know. I'm so curious to see. Sorry. I'm so curious to see what people bought that day. And yeah. I will have another video for Cyber Monday, so keep an eye out on that whenever those kits arrive. Okay. Yeah, let me know what you bought down below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.